Hey YouTube, it's the Pied Piper.
Are you listening?
Shut up and sit down.
It's the Pied Piper.
It's my channel and I'm the other one.
Hey YouTube, it's the Pied Piper. This YouTube thing?
This YouTube version? Hey YouTube, it's the Pied Piper, and I am back with a video. And I know you're probably thinking, it has been forever since you put up a video and we don't trust you, so we're not going to keep watching. But I ask you to bear with me. One of my lights went out, so tonight, yeah, it's the nighttime, but you're probably watching this at whatever time you're watching this. But tonight, the lighting is very weird. I have a ring light and I have my other light and my big light is gone. It shorted. I gotta get better lighting. I already had sucky lighting, so this is just going to be worse. I don't really know what to title this video. I still want to do the reactions and things, but I'm really trying to get that together. So it's just going to be a hot minute before I figure out how to make that work. And those videos are probably going to be me looking real rough every time I do a reaction, because the moment I think about a reaction, it's always like late at night. I'm never thinking about it during the day when like lighting's perfect and my makeup is perfect. So it's going to take some time. I do also have another video because several weeks ago I went to the shooting range for the second time. So if you knew me back when or now, you know that I always wanted to go shooting. I've always wanted to go to the gun range. I've always wanted to learn how to do that. And so I actually have done that. And I'll be posting a video, like little clips of that sometime here in the next week or two or whenever it happens. But I just wanted to let you know that I did it. And if you're following me on Instagram, then you will see pictures of that coming up very soon. So much has happened since I last filmed a video. The actor from the Disney Channel and all of those Descendant movies and stuff like that, Cameron Boyce, he passed away, sadly, at a very young age. I believe he was only 20. He has a very interesting family. Did you know that his grandmother, I think it was, is one of the teens who went to that school back in the day when they were trying to desegregate high schools, and there was those 12 kids that went to school. I think even in Forrest Gump, like, they did a little spoofy scene of that and made it like Tom Hanks was actually there, and like a woman dropped her book and he like hands it to her. So his grandma was part of that. And so even though you couldn't really tell that he was biracial, he absolutely was. It was really sad that he passed away. So rest in peace to him. And what else happened? Oh, one of my favorite couples, or one of my kind of OG couples that I've talked about and communicated with a little bit because of my show that I do, Love and Swirl. Well, it used to be called It's a Swirl World, but now we changed it to Love and Swirl. And of course it wouldn't be a video of mine if my phone didn't make noise. So if you heard that, sorry. Yeah, so one of my favorite couples separated, which is Jamie and Nikki. And I know a lot of people have talked about that, capitalized on that. And for me, I just can't celebrate the demise of a relationship. And we are not in their marriage. We'll never know what happened or, you know, what's going down. All I can say is I wish the two of them a whole bunch of happiness. Hopefully, whatever it is that they need in life to have that happiness, they're able to find, whether it be with each other or individually or with someone else. So I just wish that their children are happy and healthy and well, which I'm sure they probably are. You know, they're great parents, if nothing else, you know, and just because you're great parents doesn't mean that you're always a great couple. So I'm really sorry about that and sad. Who else is sad? Did you hear about it? You probably did, because I'm so behind the times. I'm sure you heard about this, you've already mourned the loss, and you have moved on. I have not. I heard about it when it happened, though, so it's not like I just got the news or anything. Let's see, what else? I'm sure there's been a ton of other controversies. I'm not going to talk about those. I'm not a drama channel, so I just kind of talk about whatever I want to talk about. And because I haven't done a video in a while, I'm just kind of throwing this up so that there's just something new up. Plus, I think that my eye makeup is on fleek today, and so I wanted to do a video. But if the lighting sucks, then you're not going to be able to see it anyway. Before I go on, let me show you what I got. So you know I love gummy bears, and I have a 3-pound bag of gummy bears, so it's going down. So now I kind of have to do the reactions because I have like weeks, well, probably days of gummy bears to eat. So I gotta do some reactions. So I'm probably gonna react to that Cinderella one with Brandy, and then Neo Ned, because I've never seen anybody else react to those. So I figure maybe I'm less likely to get a copyright strike if I react to movies that nobody has really ever heard of. Except for that Cinderella one, I'm sure people heard of that one. But Neo Ned, very few people have seen it. So what do you think? And I'm probably going to do like a Patreon thing just so I can put the whole reaction up somewhere, because well, same old, same old. Come on, Instagram, really? Film me here. But I have been posting on Instagram, so go follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to reach a goal. And subscribe. Everything you need to do here, do it. So subscribe, like, comment, share. Definitely comment so that I can get some engagement going. Even if you don't like it, hey, roast me. I don't really care. I usually ignore those people anyway. So I have these, so I've got to do reactions. So tell me movies you want me to react to or shows. Mixed Dish is coming out, and I don't really know if I'm going to react to that show. I know I did, The Passage, and I know I did Roswell, New Mexico, and I did already. Every time I do a video, I haven't been getting that kind of love on Instagram. It's like the universe knows I'm filming, and it's like, wait a second, what could make this video better? I got it. Notifications. And it's probably not even for me. That's what sucks. It's probably like other stuff. Although I did post some banging pictures lately, so go check it out on Instagram at @ThatChickPiperTV __. Anywho, obviously I have, my stuff that I always put up here. And a lot of people make references to that when they write me. They're like, oh, well, I know you're about Sephora and Ulta. And I'm like, dude, it's a bag. Get over it. It's just so that my background's not boring. Shake it easy, Playboy. As I was saying, so a lot of things have happened. That Dave Chappelle comedy thing, Sticks and Stones, I think it was, came out, and it has been getting so much controversy because everybody's like, I can't believe it, and oh, he's triggering everybody, and I'm gonna ignore that. He's triggering everybody. Oh, we don't like him, or let's cancel Dave Chappelle. And I would like to say to everybody who thinks you can cancel Dave Chappelle, you can't. You just can't. You cannot cancel Dave Chappelle. First of all, he's amazing. Power through. First of all, Dave Chappelle is amazing. He was one of my favorite actors, like way back when I saw him in Robin Hood Men in Tights. And he's controversial, sort of, even in that. And in that movie, what was it? Half Baked, where he's in that movie. Like, come on, Instagram. So yeah, Half Baked. He's kind of controversial in that. He's in The Nutty Professor. Dave Chappelle has been around for a really long time. Did you ever watch that What If the Internet Was Real skit that he did before? That was hilarious. He's always been controversial. He's been around forever, and he is not going anywhere. You can't cancel him. Even in one comedy special he did prior to the Sticks and Stones, he did this bit talking about how, he's so funny though that he just puts everything in a fishbowl. He just picks out things, and so he'll give you the punchline, and then he'll somehow involve the punchline somewhere, and it'll be funny. And then he does it. Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle. But the kicker is, for me, is why people are so bent. They're like, how controversial. And I'm thinking to myself, it's Dave Chappelle. That's where he thrives, is in controversy. I've never seen Dave Chappelle steer clear of controversy. And quite frankly, I don't go to comedians for my compassion or my compassion needs or my political desires or anything like that. If I want to be informed on politics, I will watch a debate or CNN or wherever else there is accurate coverage of politics. But I'm not going to go to a comedian and expect them to acclimate to the world around me. No, that's the whole idea. What happened to the days where you could make fun of somebody or point out some stuff and it just be good-natured ribbing? When did it become totally unpopular to even good-naturedly rib each other and joke and stuff? I'm very well versed in sarcasm, and I find that I probably offend quite a few people, just breathing at this point, because so many people are triggered by so many things. I thought Sticks and Stones was hilarious. It was so funny. Was it like his best ever? No. But if you know Dave Chappelle and you've watched him, he always throws in a little bit of things that make you think at the end of the day. And I think that's what comedy's supposed to do. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be edgy. It's supposed to be engaging. And as long as he's not like a Christian comic or something like that, where he has a certain way he's like, has to be, I feel like what's the harm? If you don't like stuff like that, don't watch Dave Chappelle. You can't go to Dave Chappelle and then be mad because he's Dave Chappelle. You know, it's like, okay, as he said, you clicked on my face. So it's kind of weird that like people are pressed about that. This world is so sensitive and I don't understand it. I mean, everybody knows that I am very conservative. Although I've heard, oh, well, since you have colorful hair, that must mean that you are, SJW? But I'm like, not really. I'm totally conservative for the most part. I find that in this day and age, I'm probably more conservative than I even realized because so many things are so sensitive nowadays. It's just weird. And I could get into that and go on and on and on about my views that would probably shock you and make you never like my channel or my videos. Damn my phone. But I could probably go on days and days and you'd probably be like, I can't believe she believes this stuff. So I don't like to include that because what is the use in including that kind of stuff? But I really have a problem with all these comedians and things being held to this standard that they're supposed to be politically correct and they're supposed to be all this and that. And I'm like, they are not supposed to be that. That's not what comedy is for. And the great thing about TV and internet and everything else is if you don't like what's on there, you can shut it off and they go away. The little people in the screen just disappear when you shut it off. So I don't know why you know that you don't like controversy or you don't like Dave Chappelle and you watch it and then you want to tell everybody about how much you didn't like Dave Chappelle. It's like, I'm one of those people who doesn't like to be bombarded with things I don't like. So when there are YouTubers I don't like, I don't watch their channel. And if I stumble upon their channel, I quickly go away because I don't want to see things I don't like. I'm not in the business of being miserable on purpose. So I'm not going to watch everything that makes me unhappy. And I love edgy comedy. That's always how I've been. I like Daniel Tosh. I love Ray Lapowski. I love Gary Owen. I don't know if he's necessarily all that controversial, but I do like Gary Owen. Although I think he might be a little controversial, but that's what it's supposed to do. Comedy is supposed to make you think and maybe push some buttons or even maybe just inspire you to think about things in a different way. And sometimes laughter is the best medicine. And when we get together and we can laugh together, we can bridge some gaps that maybe are not able to be bridged with, serious conversation, or even when you're not able to really address something in a way that you can really get to another person. Sometimes the best way to do that is through music or comedy or, things that transcend race and gender and everything else, which is music and comedy and things like that, and love supposedly, but apparently you can't love everybody in this world nowadays. Now, if you don't get along with everything, you are considered phobic of something. And I'm not sure people understand what the word phobic means. And I'm going to put it in the definition in this video just because I really don't think anybody understands what phobic means. Because I have never gone running from one person because of their gender or sexual orientation. I haven't screamed to the heavens and freaked out and passed out or anything. So I hate this whole idea of phobia being like used willy-nilly basically to just describe people who don't agree with you. So I guess if someone doesn't agree with me because like I really don't like chocolate, am I a chocolate phobic now? If I say I don't like chocolate, am I now have a chocolate phobia and is chocolate allowed to hate on me now? And I don't understand. It's just weird to me. Like, what is this whole phobia thing? Like, that was never such... That word has been used so much right now that I am tired of it. Anytime I hear phobic, I shut off whatever it is, literally, because I'm so tired of that word being used to describe everything. I'm like, no, there are people with real phobias. I get that. But just because I don't agree with your lifestyle or your choices does not make me afraid of you. Or have an irrational fear of you or anything else. It just means we're two different people. Don't you remember that term, what was it, agree to disagree? What happened about that in life? what happened with doing that? If you just disagree with something, can't you just politely disagree? Why do I have to hate you to disagree with some things that you do? It's just weird, like I was a cheerleader and danced in high school. So anybody who didn't like my cheering was cheerphobic, like it's weird. I believe in God. So if I meet an atheist and they're cool, but I don't agree with their standing, am I now atheist phobic? I don't understand. It's just weird. And I know you're thinking like, oh, that's stupid because those are extreme examples. No, they're not. Because every time I turn around, there is some person saying that somebody who doesn't agree with them must mean that they're a phobic of them. And I'm like, I don't have a phobia of you. Like, I just don't agree with some things you do. And that doesn't make you less human because I don't agree with everything you do. Nor does it make me less human because I don't agree. It just means we are two people with differing opinions, and we can move on from there, and we can even be friends from there. I don't agree with everything that people I know like or do. Perfect example. There's a lot of people who smoke weed or are 420 friendly, and I don't smoke weed. I don't agree with doing that, at least for me. I don't have anything against people who do it, but I don't do it. And so because I don't do it, am I now weedophobic? I don't know. I mean, maybe I am. I'm not a crackhead. I don't believe in doing hard drugs, and I have never tried to do hard drugs. I've never dabbled in that, but does that make me crackophobic? I don't know. This world is so crazy now. I'm questioning everything I do. That's really hard to live like that. So cancel culture obviously is still running rampant, and what I say to that is, I don't care. I don't. It's just not something that I do. I don't participate in that. I firmly believe that we can have a different opinion, and as long as I'm not brutalizing you or treating you like less of a person, it doesn't make me bad for not agreeing with your opinion. Plain and simple. And I know a lot of people want to be like, oh, well, you should just love everyone. I do love everyone, and I do value everyone. I just don't agree with everything that everyone does. Does not mean I suddenly have acquired some irrational fear of them because I don't agree with them. And sometimes debate is healthy. I have changed my mind on certain things from people who I don't agree with debating with me and going back and forth. So I'm like, why isn't that possible nowadays? Why is it now, if I even a little bit don't agree with someone, I am suddenly public enemy number one? And there are a lot of people who will hate this video, and that's fine. I'm used to online hate, and I don't care, and my block hand is strong. I don't really know if there's any other controversies that I have heard on YouTube or anything that's happened on YouTube that's been too exciting. I did watch that show, The Boys. I binge watched it on Amazon Prime. Pretty cool. I'm trying to think of different content. Like I was saying, I think my makeup looks bomb today because I love the fall, and fall is coming up. October is one of my favorite months, and I have very few favorite months, but October is one of them. And not just for Halloween, but also because I just really like fall. I wish that Arizona had seasons so that I could see the leaves change and see all of that. When I was in Michigan, I got to see that, and it was beautiful. It was like being in a Hallmark card, it was so awesome. So it sucks that I don't get to see that, but at least my eye makeup is representing fall. I've got the orange and the brown and the deep red and the whole nine, and I'm babbling. I'm babbling because I don't know what else to talk about. But I do have some stuff that I will, try to fit in videos. And like I said, go follow me on my Instagram. Don't follow me on my Twitter. I never tweet. It will be the most boring Twitter you ever see because I don't understand the use of Twitter, to be honest. And I barely use my Facebook. So if you find me on there, good luck. You can friend request me, but it's highly possible I won't see it for months. I still just a couple weeks ago told people thank you for saying happy birthday to me. My birthday was July 12th, so you do the math. Danny and I have been talking about trying to do another episode of Love and Swirl, so we got to get Dee on board, and then maybe we'll do that, and so you'll see me then. I really need to get my lighting situation figured out, but ultimately I think that is it, and I'll let you guys go. Go do you. Don't be afraid to be you. Go out there and embrace your differences and learn to laugh again. because comedy and things are supposed to be funny and life is supposed to be funny. And if you take everything so seriously, I mean, I can't even imagine what the world's going to be like if we take everything so seriously and are so sensitive. I thought I was a sensitive human being, but I guess I'm not all that sensitive because people are way more sensitive right now. So like, subscribe, comment, share. Share any way you can. Smoke signal, Morse code,
carrier pigeon, telegraph,
2 cans of string,
beeper, patriot, we still got patriot, snail mail. Tell somebody that knows somebody that knew somebody that knows somebody that, hey, Piper has a new video.
Are you listening? Damn.